gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Sunday Service. This is Sunday Service episode number 9. And the topic that we're going to talk about today in this Sunday Service episode is going to be adversity and resilience. All right, we're going to talk about going through adversity and how we deal with it, and the different types of adversity we go through, and then having the ability to be resilient and being able to use resilience as a skill in our daily lives, because pretty much on a daily basis we're all going to have to deal with some form of adversity, and we're going to have to be able to be resilient and overcome that adversity pretty much every day. All right, so let's go ahead, guys. Let's jump into this topic and let's get this video started. All right, so adversity. Let's talk about adversity first. So the definition of adversity, for those of you who don't know, is difficulties or misfortune. All right, and there are 6 different types of adversity. You can deal with self-doubt, you can deal with physical conditions, you can deal with rejection, you can deal with financial adversities, you can deal with losing someone or something close to you as an adversity, and also success as an adversity, because you may not be where you want to be in, the meter of your success. You may not be at that level of success that you want to be at, and that can be an adversity. And of course, we all know money can be an adversity, right? You might not have the money that you want to have, or you may not have the ability to buy the things that you want to buy and be able to afford the things that you need or want to afford. And that's a form of adversity. Of course, physical conditions, being overweight, having to maybe have some form of surgery, those are all forms of adversity. And adversity and overcoming it, there are ways to go about overcoming it and ways to be resilient, right? Now, dealing with adversity a lot of times hits people hard, right? I mean, a lot of people nowadays don't know how to cope or deal with adversity. They get too emotional and they let their emotions be the thing that controls them when they're dealing with forms of adversity. Instead of just being able to sit back and look at the situation and analyze what the fuck is going on first, they just jump right to emotion. And when you're dealing with adversity, that's probably the worst thing that you could fucking do, is go right to emotion. You have to know how to be cool, calm, and collective when dealing with adversity. If you're one of those people who jumps to being emotional as soon as something happens to you or you face some kind of hardship in life, dude, you're not going to make it anywhere. You're literally not going to go anywhere in life. Or you're not going to be able to solve your adversity or the adversity that you're going through in the correct manner. You're just going to go right to jump in the gun and be emotional and be like, oh, things always happen to me. Oh, why do bad things always happen to me? Blah, blah, blah. Look at it like this, man. Look at things not happening to you and look at things as happening for you. That, in a sense, is a way to overcome and deal with adversity, is that you don't look at adversity as always being bad. Look at it as a learning lesson, or look at it as a way of teaching you a lesson and making you stronger and making you, maybe not always just physically stronger, but mentally stronger. You understand what I'm saying? And adversity a lot of times can really break people down. And you can't be one of those people that lets adversity break you down. You have to be better than your adversity. And that's where being resilient as a skill comes into play. All right. So, a few ways of overcoming adversity, or a few things you can do, is sit down and do a self evaluation on your life or on the form of adversity that you're going through. Sit down and evaluate it. Sit down and evaluate your situation, but you have to be honest with yourself. And I spoke about that in a different Sunday service episode, was having the ability to sit down and do a self-evaluation on yourself, and how you can have to just make it you, a pen, a pad, a room, and fucking honesty. Because if you're not honest with yourself and you're not honest about the situation that you're facing, you're never going to overcome it the way that you want to. You're pretty much just going to band-aid the situation and you're not going to deal with it properly. All right. Now, another way to deal with adversity is to acknowledge your shortcomings and work to improve. When you can acknowledge the things that are going wrong, once again, that's being honest. Being honest with yourself. Honesty is the main point of dealing with adversity, is being honest with yourself about the topic or the situation, the form of adversity, whatever it is you're fucking going through, okay? And work to improve is a part of being resilient, just finding a way to overcome and improve the situation at hand. All right. Now, let's jump into resilience and what being resilient is. So, the definition of resilience is the capacity to withstand or recover quickly from difficulties and toughness. All right. Or having the ability to bounce back from something difficult. All right. So when you are resilient and you have the ability to be resilient and have resilience in your life, man, that is a skill that a lot of people don't have, and a skill that a lot of people need to learn to have. And if you are somebody who is resilient, you're going to make it far in life because you can bounce back from anything. You have the ability to face a hardship and turn around and just bounce right back and be yourself, instead of being one of those people who lets their emotions get to them right off the rip. You can just look at whatever it is you're facing, see it for what it is, say, okay, this is what happened. Oh, well, move on. Next thing. And that is being resilient and having resilience, okay? That is a massive skill, and that is something that I advise anybody and everybody out there to learn and to pick up on. If you don't have this skill, figure out how to get it and do it fast. All right. Now, there are 5 different pillars to resilience. There's energy, focus, drive, the ability to think, and strong relationships. Of course, having somebody else who is in your corner can help with being resilient, because you have somebody who you can go to if you need some kind of advice. And having somebody else in your corner to help you be resilient helps. But you have to understand that there's not always going to be somebody there, and you can't always rely on other people there to be there for you. So sometimes you have to know how to deal with things and be resilient by yourself. Now, energy, having a great form of energy, being, upbeat and always being positive, is a great way to work on being resilient and practicing resilience as well. Having focus and drive are also great characteristics and great traits to have when being resilient, and practicing resilience as well too. So the ability to think, as I said before, being able to think and not go right to being emotional is a plus for being resilient. You always want to be able to think about the way you're going to overcome whatever form of adversity you're facing, right? If, let's just say, if you gained weight because you were out with a physical condition, you were hurt, whatever. Now, instead of being emotional and saying, "Oh, look, I gained so much weight. Now I'm chunky. Now I'm fat. I'll never get back in shape." Blah blah blah. No, now you say, "Okay, I was hurt, but instead of, maybe doing, arm, workouts because, maybe you had a shoulder surgery, I went in and I trained legs and I did cardio and I still kept myself in decent shape and I had the ability to still focus on my diet to where I didn't just eat a bunch of nonsense and get fat as shit and out of shape, right? That's having the ability to think and be resilient when you are facing a form of adversity, okay? Or for success, or let's see, if for some form of success or financial adversity, right? Two different just two different forms of adversity in one, right? So this is a scenario where you're going to have to do the or have these two forms of adversity in one, right? Say you are an entrepreneur, right? You have a business and you and your business partner start this business. Now your business partner gets the great grand idea to screw you over, take your money, take the business's money and run, right? Because now they're scared of whatever happened in the business not doing well. They take the money and run. Now look at where you're at, right? You are screwed and you have no money. So what are you going to do? Are you going to go right to being emotional and say, "Oh, I'm going to fail. My business is going to fail. Oh, I'm not going to be able to make it." Or are you going to be able to think for yourself, come up with a plan to be able to build your business back up and become financially stable again and get your business back up and running and moving forward? That's being resilient and having resilience. That's what you want to be able to do. You don't want to jump right to emotion, man. As people, we have to get rid of being emotional when we're faced with some kind of hardship. All right. Now, there's also 7 C's of being resilient and having resilience as well. That's being competent, confident, having connection, character, your contribution, your coping, and control. All right. Now, when you cope with things, I mean, we all know that how you cope with things, how you deal with things, plays a big part in being resilient. Because once again, if you just get emotional and you can't cope with things, or you run right to like drugs, alcohol, porn, food, whatever the case may be, some haram bullshit, some hedonistic shit, you're coping in a bad way instead of being able to cope in a good way and just continue to progress forward. Having control, the same thing. Instead of just running and doing some bullshit that is bad for you, you're able to control that emotion and push forward and persevere and be resilient. Your contribution, how you can contribute to being resilient, your character, the way you are, and how you are able to deal with things and how you can maintain character, that plays a big part. Your connection to yourself and to whatever it is you're dealing with and you're going through, whatever adversity you're facing. Having confidence, man, being confident is a big thing, because if you're confident, you can pretty much overcome anything, because you won't let anything stop you or get in your way. And then being competent, being able to understand what it is that's going on. All right. So, guys, I hope this video helps you in being able to see and face your adversities, and then being able to overcome them and be resilient and have resilience. I hope that whoever sees this video, whatever viewers see this video, if you have trouble dealing with adversity, you're able to become more resilient and be able to have more control over your adversities and be able to put those adversities to bed and be able to rise up and be the man that you're meant to be and be as resilient as you're meant to be, because you deserve to be. All right. You deserve to be as resilient as possible, and you deserve to overcome anything that gets in your way and be the man that you're supposed to be. So guys, check this out. If you got any value from this video, go ahead and like and share this video. Maybe somebody else needs to hear it as well. Comment what value you got from this video, and go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this and others, because I am now going to put out 3 videos a week at least. So guys, do me a favor, like I said, like the video, comment on the video, share the video, and subscribe to my channel. Also, I want to do a couple plugs at the end of this video, and I want to just tell you guys that there will be a few links in the description, and the links will be for Ambrosia Collective if you are looking for a great mushroom enhanced pre-workout. No beta alanine, best pre-workout on the market. If you don't like beta alanine, go ahead and get it. It's the pre-workout I use. I use all of Ambrosia Collective's supplements, best supplements on the market, plant-based, best supplements you can get, hands down. The link will be in the description. Also, Lions Not Sheep, great clothing brand with a great message, and I love what they stand for. Guys, there's also a link in the description for Lions Not Sheep. Go check them out, and I'm telling you, you'll like their message. You'll like what they stand for too. Also, if you are looking to be a part of a community and you're looking to learn new skills, matter of fact, 18 or 19 now different modern ways to make money. Andrew Tate's The Real World. I am inside there. If you want to learn skills and you want to get into a community where you're around a bunch of people that are making money and getting better every single day, go ahead, click the link in the description of this video and go join. Best bang for your buck for any community that you'll ever be in that's out right now for the public. Okay? So guys, go ahead and check out those links if you are interested in any of those things that I just talked about. Also, you can go and follow my social media accounts in the description as well. My Instagram, my Twitter are both going to be in the description. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.